Welcome to another stage analysis video. It's Sunday the 22nd of March 2026. An interesting one this week with multiple market indexes attempting to break down into stage 4. You would have already noticed if you used the website that many of the individual stocks have been flipping to stage 4 over the last few months. So we've actually had them outnumbering the amount of stage 2 stocks for a few weeks now in the majority of the market caps, but that's now obviously moved through all of the market cap ranges. So but now seeing the major indexes as well finally starting to test their stage 4 breakdown levels as well. So S&P 500 here, as you can see, starting to break through the bottom of this level here, which initially was set back in October and tested in November. Has now obviously been undone with last week's close on Friday. So you can see with the percentage of stocks above their 50-day, 150 and 200-day moving averages indicated at the bottom down here, which is the short, medium and long-term moving averages chart combined. This has dropped below the 40% level into the lower zone here. So we're now down to just 31% here of stocks above their short, medium and long-term moving averages. So less than 1/3 of stocks are above those. Hence we've got a negative market condition at the moment. We could clearly still spring from here. Your classic Wyckoff spring could come out of this if there's some positive news, particularly around what's going on with the conflict in Iran at the moment. So we'll see how the market opens in the futures in a couple of hours. It's 7 o'clock here now. Futures opens I think 10 or 11 o'clock my time, so tonight. So we'll see how the market reacts to what was said and done on Friday night, particularly as there was an after hours move that saw it bounce a little bit in the after hours based on a tweet, but then we've had various other things happen over the weekend that then sent that back down again. So potentially we could see it drifting lower into stage 4 if everything is received negatively. So the last time we moved into stage 4 back in 2025, you see the breakdown in March through here. So initially the initial breakdown, you saw we had a little tail on that as it pushed lower and then rebounded during the week. So if we did get something similar to that this week, where we open and then push lower but then end the week pulling back up again, so we get something that looks like this, some kind of reversal attempt, then it will be key in the weeks ahead if it can get back through the 200-day moving average and the various short-term moving averages as well. So but at the moment in position for a potential stage 4 attempt lower, but we have already moved quite a way in a short amount of time. So you can see since the end of January there, drifted lower by over 7%. I think year to date the S&P 500 is down around 4 to 5% at the moment. Same with the Nasdaq. If we look at the daily chart, you can see 2 days of closes below the 200-day moving average, which it hasn't done since breaking out into stage 2 back in June last year. So we've been rolling over for a little while now. So since this initial significant bar back here in October, started to form this range through here. Did attempt to make a continuation move in stage 2, but very weak. Couldn't get much back above its +1 ATR level here. As you can see, started to close below that, particularly in February, and didn't manage to get back above that at all. You see the lower closes within that, and then started to close below that 21-day moving average as well and drift lower before finally starting to move into a short-term downtrend as we started to move into the early part of March. So as I said earlier we're testing the lower levels of this broader structure that's been developing now for the last 6 months now. So there is a chance that we could spring here still and come back up into the range again, but with the obviously ongoing volatility, there's also the chance of a quicker flush lower. So obviously need to have major caution alerts up at the moment. If we look at the percentage of stocks above their 20-day moving average, this has drifted lower to just 12.6% at the moment in the S&P 500. So the alert on this one on the positive side is when we flip back through the key 30% level. So at the moment, away from that, so we're looking to any kind of short-term reversals to see if the breadth starts to improve again. Look at the Nasdaq as well. This has been weaker than the S&P 500 as the S&P 500 has some energy stocks in which have been holding up the market, but the Nasdaq has been weak for a while now, and the range been much more clear than we've seen in the S&P. So again, similar kind of structure, but we didn't have that move higher in the Nasdaq like we did in the S&P 500 for it to roll over. It actually made mostly lower highs within the range, with only that brief attempt to test the October high there before rolling back over again. So these last few weeks particularly have shown weakness on the upside, where it's attempted to move higher intra-week and then closed lower on each of the weeks. So squat candles in the extreme before last week following through to the downside and closing below that 40-week moving average there on the weekly chart, and percentage of stocks above their 200-day moving average down to just 39% in the Nasdaq 100 there. So it's lowest level for a while now, and see turning to negative territory. So if we look at the daily chart here, draw a line across from the pivot high back in August, where it started to make a continuation break, and some of these recent low zones, it's just moving below this area at the moment. So you can see just breaking down slightly to the downside, a little bit of upward pressure at the end of the day on Friday, so it didn't close right near the low of the day. As I said, there was some after hours move that did push it back up around 1% or so, but some of that seems to have been erased in the sort of minor weekend markets. So we'll see how this opens in the futures in a few hours time, whether we're going to get a continuation lower into early stage 4 or a spring attempt back towards that 200-day moving average. Only 19% of stocks above their 20-day moving average in the Nasdaq 100 at the moment. So again, a strong move back through the key 30% level will be a potential short-term positive signal on this one, but at the moment attempting to move into early stage 4. So any rebounds, potential opportunities on the short side at the moment, as the trend is currently down. So NYSC, we've had 3 straight weeks lower, closing below. So this is where the market has really started to buckle, as this was holding up the actual broader indexes. We had the energy stocks, you had utilities, the staples, some of the material stocks which had been leading, industrials. They were all doing like quite well, and suddenly we had this sharp reversal, this change of behavior, and which has now turned into a change of character over the last few weeks, closing below the various moving averages here. And you can see percentage of stocks in the NYSE above the 200-day moving average has dropped down to 42.95%, so marked by the blue zone at the bottom of this chart here, so the neutral range between 40 and 60. So if it starts to drop below the 40% level, then tends to be more likely to be in stage 4 at that time. So the blue range is a more neutral zone. So at the moment, so we're still could get significantly worse in this, but it is around a potential support level. So again, this could rebound once more. It is in stage 3 currently, so it hasn't yet broken down into stage 4, but it is quite close to its stage 4 level. Russell 2000 on the other hand, still in stage 3 as well. So this has been leading in the major indexes, with the mid caps have been stronger than the Nasdaq 100 and the S&P 500, etc. So this has started to break down over the last month, particularly. See 4 weeks in a row of lower closes. Didn't manage to close below its 40-week moving average this week, but you can see the percentage of stocks has dropped to the lower end of the neutral range at 44.33% there. So moving into stage 3 at the moment and approaching its potential stage 4 level, but again, it's in a potential support area here, so we could could see a rebound in this as well from this point for a broader stage 3 to develop. And on the daily chart, still holding above its 200-day moving average at the moment, so it'll be key to see whether it starts closing below this 200-day moving average. That will be a strong sign of weakness if it does. At the moment, just 15.33% above their 20-day moving averages. And then the VIX, you'll see, has continued to hold above its 200-day moving average. So way down here at 17.7 at the moment, whereas the VIX is up at 26.78. So we've had a continued trend in an increase in volatility since early in February. So until this starts to turn around, we start to get some closes below some of these recent pivots and at the minimum. And obviously this remains very negative at the moment, risk off type signal. So defense at the moment from the various stage 4 breakdowns. And if we look